Hi, everybody, and welcome to Faces in the Field. My name's Adam Darengowski. I work with the communications team here at Miller Pipeline. Faces in the Field is, of course, where we highlight one member of our team who's making it happen out on the job site. This time, we're out in the field with our very own Pete Willingham. He is a directional drill crew lead. Pete, thanks for coming on Faces in the Field.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for having us on the job site as well. It's got to be nice to have some visitors, right?
It is.
Well, let's start from the start. So what got you into the business? What led you to this career path?
I've always been an outdoor kind of guy and always worked with my hands, and Miller was a big company in the area I grew up and saw them everywhere and decided it's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Did you start as a different position and work your way into the directional drilling, or did you start right off the start on the bore rig?
I started laboring on a crew, on an 8-man crew, and then we got laid off that winter. I went into the shop, worked in the paint shop, and through the winter, and then ended up staying in there a year while I was racing a bunch, and then that's when I started boring.
Right. On a directional drill crew, what are some of the challenges? What are some of the positives that you face on a daily basis?
Nice. We a good meeting or doing the boring thing. We show up we get to see everybody. So we go to lots of different job sites from lots of different customers, and you get to meet a lot of people. But one thing we do is when we show up is we always have to walk the bore path and make sure everybody's, spotted all the utilities that they need to spot and spot them how they need to be spotted. A lot of times they don't like to do that, but a lot of them do. So
you have kind of a specialty job on our crew. What would you recommend to someone who may be interested in getting into your line of work? What would you tell them as a first step to kind of intro their way into your career path?
Well, first of all, you want to be a hard worker. That's how here, there's lots of paths, you can take, but the main thing is you want to work hard and you can be successful.
Obviously, our core values are really important to us here at Miller Pipeline. We've got our 4 core values. What's your favorite? How often do you find yourself utilizing those when you're out here on the job site?
Well, the core values are all important. I mean, it's important on the job site, at home, on your way home. I mean, you can use all of that for a lot of things in life, not just on the job site. So, I mean, and safety is probably the big one, because if you don't have a safe day, then, it could be really bad.
Sure, absolutely. Obviously, another element that we kind of subscribe to remind us to be safe is our What I Live For program. Just reminds us to be communicative, be safe. So Pete, what do you live for?
I live for my family. I have 2 boys and a dog and chickens right now, and that's what I do. I mean, that's why I do what I do, just to provide and teach and, try to teach everybody.
Now, you still racing?
I am.
Yeah. What do you race?
I race. I have a '67 Fairlane ET drag car that I run on occasion. My boy has been racing, my youngest one. So I took a 4-year. I didn't do it for 4 years because I was taking care of him and his stuff. But he's kind of getting older and can do his own thing, and so I got back into it this year.
Now, we like to finish every Faces in the Field with a little rapid fire questions. I'll give you this or that, and you just tell me which one you prefer. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
All right, let's start with day off or new tools?
New tools.
New tools. You got the fresh smell?
Yeah. You could do stuff with them forever instead of just one day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hunting, fishing, or golf? Or racing, I guess, in your case.
Man. Hunting.
Hunting,
yeah.
Okay. What do you hunt usually?
I like to hunt. I like to deer hunt.
And then Thanksgiving right around the corner. Are you a turkey guy, a ham guy, or like a sides person?
I'm a turkey guy. I always smoke a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Very nice. I have to ask this. There's a lot of veggie sides. What's your favorite vegetable when it comes to Thanksgiving?
Sweet potatoes.
That's not what I've heard.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've heard asparagus. You're a big asparagus.
Well, asparagus is a really good, yeah.
You even like it in cocktails occasionally.
I do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I do.
And then finally, what's your favorite core value?
It's safety.
Safety.
Yep,
Perfect.
It's safety.
Use it every day.
Every day. That way, safety is That way nobody gets hurt.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, he's Pete Willingham. He is a crew lead for a directional drill boring crew. Pete, thanks for coming on Facing the Field.
Hey, thank you.
Well, make sure you follow us on social media. We've got Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all of that. Make sure you visit the Miller Pipeline store to get all your gear as the cold weather season's coming through. And please be sure to stay safe and utilize those core values. This has been Facing the Field. We will see you next month.